Hey guys, this might be my new favorite way of cleaning Milsurp gun stocks. So I think a lot of times when us gun people, think about cleaning guns, we tend to think about like specialty, like gun cleaning, products, like products that are marketed for guns. So like instead of just getting any oil, a lot of people tend to buy like gun oils. And that's kind of where this magic eraser comes in hand. This is actually a really good product that's, somebody probably uses this around the house or in the kitchen or whatever. But I'm going to show you here how it works really well on firearm stocks. This isn't something that you would want to do on like a perfectly clean stock if everything's fine, because it is kind of abrasive. It'll take the finish off of a stock, so you don't want to do it for no reason. But this is particularly good at removing like built up dirt and grime. Like if you get an old dirty Milsurp and the stock's all kind of dirty and darkened. Or if you get like paint abrasion transfers onto like a wood stock. So like if you have a painted surface and then like the gun stock kind of impacts it and it kind of rubs off on it. This magic eraser is actually really good for removing that. So let's get to it. I'm going to show you those. So here's a Swedish M94 stock that we're going to be using. You can kind of tell it's weird. It's like somebody stripped like the bottom part. This middle section is like almost pristine. This is kind of exactly what you want Swedish stock to look like. Now as you get to the front, you can see where this thing gets really dirty. So this is the part that we're going to work on. I'm not like magic eraser expert, so I'm just going to dip this into some water and we are going to see what we can do to this stock here. It's got really dirty. Let's wipe this off here. So quite a bit of grime came off right where I wiped this. In fact, the wood here feels much more clean and smooth, and it looks a lot closer to over here where the wood is kind of how it's supposed to be. Just look how much better this wood looks now. That's quite the difference there. Quite a bit came off here. This thing, obviously, it's kind of the gimmick of it. It just kind of disintegrates while you're doing it. But wow, this stock is so much cleaner. I can feel it as I kind of touch it with my hand. Yeah. Wow, this took off quite a bit of dirt and grime off of this stock. I mean, this is a lot different. Here at the front, you can kind of see how dirty it was originally. And yeah, this is much nicer here. Now here's an M96 Swedish Mauser, kind of right here on the stock. You can kind of see where these markings are. This is sort of like a paint transfer that happened, I think, to the stock. I'm not sure it was on there when I got it, but we're going to use a little bit of this magic eraser. I'm going to use a corner that I haven't messed with yet. We're going to just use a little bit. We're going to be careful and not do it too hard or too much, because I don't want to take off any of the original finish, but we're going to see if we can get these markings off the stock here. Wow, this turned out really nice. The magic eraser, it removed all the markings off the stock. It doesn't look like it removed any of the original finish. I mean, some of those markings or paint or whatever that was, it was kind of deep down inside of some of these like little bruises, little markings in the stock. So I was worried that it wouldn't be able to get down in there, but it really did. And it cleaned that up nice. So here's the underside of this. Is a Gewehr 98 stock, and I have to say this is my own fault that this happened to the gun. This is sort of a paint transfer. There was a gun rack that I was using that was it was painted white wood, and just every time I put the gun in and out of it, the paint was just rubbing off and getting onto this wood stock here. This paint doesn't come out or anything. It's just kind of like stuck in there a little bit. So I think this magic eraser will take this out. So the magic eraser actually removed most of the paint off this stock. There's just a few tiny little specks of paint in there.
It probably looks like you can see it a little bit more on camera than you can in real life. I mean, just kind of looking at the screen, but this isn't bad. Now it kind of lightened up this area of the stock. This is kind of what I was afraid of with this. It's lightened up this area of the stock, but I'm going to apply a little bit of oil to the bottom of this stock, and we're going to see how it cleans up. It's got a little bit of oil on this rag here. Let's just apply this through here. Let that soak in for a minute. Wipe down the excess. Yeah, stock is pretty dirty. A lot of this is still getting wiped down. Yeah, wow. Take a look at that. It is, I can't see it anymore. I can't really tell that light spot. There we go. Second application of oil. In fact, it's funny, the whole bottom side of the stock is kind of dry, even where I haven't even cleaned it. Yeah, that looks good. Much better than before.
I sure wish Procter & Gamble was sponsoring this video. At this point, I'd take just about any sponsorship. If you guys like this content, you have to comment and let me know what you think. I read all the comments on the videos, you know, like and comment, stuff like that, because for the YouTube algorithm, because I have to ask for that now. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time.